After a few delays and one cancellation, we are finally getting our son circumcised. It's not in any way that you get to influence my decision or whatever. If you have been following for a while, you guys know that my son was admitted twice for UTI or urinary tract infection when he was still tiny, like a little baby. First one was when he was 8 weeks old, and the other one was when he, like about 2 weeks after that. So I can't remember exactly what his age was. It was just like all a blur. How to properly take care of a man's genital area, because he's my son. I didn't know any better. My husband didn't tell me about it anything either. So that was a lesson, basically. We actually booked this for February before we were going to leave for our cruise, but then they needed to do some major renovation at their center after it was hit by a storm. So we were not, it got pushed to now. So when we were ready, we scheduled an appointment for our son. So it's basically a full almost 3 years of researching and planning whether this is the best thing that we are going to do for a child, because a lot of parents are considering not circumcising their children, and a lot of moms do as well, a lot of parents do as well. One for cultural reason and two for hygiene reason, and we are more on the latter. Starting to pack a few of our stuff. I think it's easier for me if we bring a whole suitcase of all of our belongings. So my sister's coming with us, so she's obviously gonna pack her own bag, but this is gonna be for all 4 of us. So obviously underwear and stuff, clothing, pajamas, but I figured I would let my son wear a poncho, or if he's gonna wear a child laboratory gown when he's doing the procedure. I'm not really sure, but I feel like this is easier and comfy and convenient for him, so then there's no like thing going on between his legs. Bluey shirt, this is his dad's shirt, just so he'll be distracted with like character themed t-shirts that he's gonna be wearing, because obviously he's gonna be wearing diaper after the procedure. By the way, I'm going to show you a little haul that I got for this procedure. But again, I got some oversized. This is his actually, but a little oversized. A few items that I bought to prepare for this circumcision. My son currently wears a size 7 Pampers Swaddlers, so I bought him the size 8, so it's like more room down there. I also got some distilled water and wrap my head around using just regular tap water to clean his genital area after a circumcision procedure. I also got him some straws so that he can take his medication with like a yogurt drink or something, and then some polysporine to put around the incision area. I bought the black one because I feel like, or not I feel like, this is the strongest antibacterial ointment. And then I bought 3 tubs of Vaseline because I'm gonna I'm gonna dab a lot of Vaseline on my diapers, on my son's diaper, like the front area of it. Remember what I told you? Doctor cut pee-pee. Doctor cut penis, okay? Okay? Show you a quick room tour. We are at the Sea Hotel in Hamilton. There's a sink and the washroom, and then there's a shower right there. I don't know if you see that very well, but That is the shower. I got some clothes hanging in there. And then I'm trying to figure out a way how to show you the bedroom without showing the kids. But that's the little kitchenette right there. This is one of the bedrooms on like the living area. And then there's a TV right there, a little table. And then there's a separate bedroom inside with a door, which is like perfect if someone needs like some nap on his own. Usually Jace is the one who takes a nap. Asking for bread right now, but we can't give him anything solid because his his fast started at 6 o'clock this morning. So we literally had to wake up at 5 because his fast, he had to fast from 6 in the morning because we were advised for him not to eat anything solid for 10 hours. His procedure is at 2 o'clock this afternoon. So 6 o'clock in the morning is the start of him not taking any solid foods. So we wake him up at 5 and just give him whatever we can. He ate quarter of a big banana, and then he had some Alfredo pasta last night with some chicken, and he ate I think 5 or 6 pieces of the chicken, and that was a little something. And then 4 hours before the procedure, which is like at 10 o'clock this morning, it's already 12 noon right now, 10 o'clock is when he stopped having any sort of like liquid. Water is fine up until the procedure, but anything that's not clear is not allowed 4 hours before the procedure. So we just finished bathing the kids, and that's what the physician recommend, for him to get a bath before the procedure. And I just called the clinic right now asking if we can go there early because he's been asking for anything to eat because he's obviously very hungry. The circumcision procedure of my son, and I didn't film most day yesterday because it was just brutal on my part. I think if you ask my husband, he's like, he's fine, he's gonna be fine. It's not a major surgery, it's just a little skin. I think I like lost it yesterday at the clinic. I bawled my eyes out because I was like so sad for my boy, you know. Last night I was not able to sleep because I was like guarding my son so he's not touching his genitals and whatever. And I was also so worried because unlike the aftercare sheet that was given by the clinic, it says there that we have to observe for bleeding every hour, and there were some bleeding, but I texted because they have an emergency like phone number to text and call. So I called the doctor last night, and the bleeding that happened, it was very minimal, and it wasn't like fresh blood every hour. But that was a few hours after the procedure, so that was normal. But my anxious self wouldn't trust that, so I had to call the doctor to reassure and confirm whatever. And then it was also stated there that my son has to be within the first 8 hours after the procedure. It was more than that. No, 12 hours after the procedure was when he peed. That's one of the many things that kept me up last night, because I kept checking his diaper if he pees and whatever. But he didn't until this morning when after I gave him his medication, so I gave him Tylenol this morning. A few minutes after I mixed it with the milk, so there's obviously some liquid with it. And then he's had a lot of liquid and food after the procedure yesterday because he was fasting for 10 hours with solids. So we obviously had to give him a lot of lunch and just liquid, whatever he wanted yesterday after the procedure. Actually tried to pee yesterday, but no success because I feel like it was so painful for him to try yesterday. I think he did yesterday because he was like trying to scrunch and squeeze his diaper out of pain, but he was not able to do that yesterday. And then he did finally this morning. Diaper's full, and that's the first time we ever changed his diaper after the procedure. Now we wait for the full day and just observe, and hopefully there's nothing wrong with it. And tomorrow we have an appointment to see the doctor again to check for swelling and to take off the dressing as well. They set up an appointment for him, so we extended our stay yesterday. We're gonna stay another night and then have the appointment tomorrow, and then hopefully we can head home. 7 days since my son had his circumcision. We actually had a follow-up appointment this morning, where the doctor just checked the area and checked for any infection or swelling. Thankfully there's none, and we've been doing like due diligence on cleaning and changing his diaper more often than we usually do. But we're home, and let me show you guys our setup here. So this is the kids' bathroom. I showed you guys earlier where I purchased 3 tubs of Vaseline. We are down to 2 now because we finished a whole tub of it already, because I've been like very generous putting it in the front of his diaper. But I also have some distilled water here, and I purchased this spray bottle from Amazon, where this is what we use when we clean his genital area. And then I have some antibacterial soap right there when we wash his when he poops and wash his bum. This is like the immediate like dressing station that we use when we change his diaper. We have these puppy pads that we use underneath. That's not blood, okay, it's iodine. Then from the clinic, we use this every single time that we change his diaper. And then some gauze. You learned a thing or two from this video, and again, this is nothing sort of like an encouragement for you to get your son circumcised. It's absolutely tailored to each family's decision, and of course it's influenced by your culture, your beliefs, and I don't know, cosmetics, whatever, because it's whatever, really, whatever your family decides and whatever you think is best for your family and for your child, for your son, then go for it.